When I was in my early 20s, I was walking down Danforth Avenue in Toronto, and an older gentleman stopped me. And I don't think I'd ever met him before. And he looked at me and he said, "You're a Clark." I was like, "Clark?" That was my grandfather's name, and this is my mom's maiden name. I said, "Yeah." He said, so he told me this story about my grandfather sold him this German camera that my grandfather had acquired in Germany during the war, World War II. You know, my grandfather had been in, he lied about his age, went in the Canadian Army when he was 17 years old and did the whole war in Europe. And but he proceeded to tell me about my grandfather and what a great man he was. And I never got to meet my grandfather. He had a heart attack and died when he was 39 years old. I never got to meet my grandfather. It was this object that was some of the legacy of my grandfather. I thought it was great. Had I been a little more mature, I guess, and older, I would have tried to buy the camera back from the gentleman if he still had it. But I don't know if he still had it. The point of the story here is, the legacy and the sentimental value in that, right? So, if that camera remained in our family, but then all of a sudden it's just in a box and it's just, it's just some German camera worth $25 and it ends up getting donated. It's the story behind that. So if you have these items, or your grandparents have these items, or your parents have these items, that are sentimental to them, you ask the story behind them. Find out what the sentimental value is, because I think that's the most important thing, is sentimental value.